Every day I start with a smoothie. Like to start the day with fruit is probably the best because it's the high water content, so you're hydrating right away. Plus all the fiber that you're intaking, so that's also getting your stimulating your digestive system, getting that stuff working, getting that stuff to push out everything that was either there the day before or whatever. It just gets that whole system going. And so that's usually, I start my day with that every day, some fruit or a smoothie. From there, it's just pretty up in the air. If I'm running around, if I got to do something quick, I'll just make like a stir fry with whatever's around. So like if there's like some beans and veggies around, cut those up, throw them in a pot, and then like that'll be lunch or whatever. Typically around like nighttime, like that's where I get like a little bit more creative, I would say, because I have a little bit more time. That's when I'll try out like a new recipe or just get into a recipe that's a little bit more, time consuming or a little bit more work intensive. So like maybe like a pasta or maybe like the pulled pork sandwich or pulled pork sandwich that you were talking about before.
It looked good, man. It looked really good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much a day. Or I'm like snacking on fruit or like granola throughout the day as well. So it's it's all out there.
What's like the biggest thing that you've seen people that are like the biggest thing that we could eat, or what you've seen as a tendency to eat that's just really terrible for your diet, for the system, that kind of is really terrible to disperse throughout your body in terms of you really thinking of the stomach being the hub? What is like those bad habits that can become some of the worst contributors to like poor digestive systems or poor health in general in terms of that?
Well, really, it's just like the highly processed foods, the stuff that's made up of ingredients that are not, entirely whole, So, I mean, the biggest thing I would suggest is just to like read all the ingredients on stuff that you're buying at the supermarket, or, understand what's in the food that you're getting when you're eating out. And if it's things in there that you don't recognize or that you can't pronounce or you've never heard of before, I would more than likely say that it's like not something that will benefit you in the long run with continued use. So it's really just those highly processed foods. The biggest thing would just be make sure all your ingredients are whole, and to make sure that, and whole ingredients means like things that you could, so if you're eating like a black bean burger, you wouldn't want like, I don't know, a bunch of starches, a bunch of like fillers and additives in there, like those big chemical-y type words that you can't pronounce. Like those are the things that would, cause harm over the long haul.